Welcome back. We've got another OH&S question today that's a little awkward. People tend to avoid it in meetings, and management often plays it down until disaster strikes. What if your new worker thinks they're doing it right, but without guidance? This is where injuries, near misses, equipment damage, and quality issues start. Not because people have bad attitudes, but because demonstrations and verification are missing. We hire someone, hand them PPE and paperwork, tell them be safe, and then act surprised when they fill the gaps with their own version of safe. The problem is often hiding in plain sight. Most companies think they trained a new worker because they did orientation, got the sign-off, and maybe ran a quick online module. The worker thinks the same thing because they sat through it, signed the page, and nobody stopped them once they started working. So everyone feels like the box is checked. But real safety does not live in a binder or a slide deck. It lives in how the task is actually set up, the exact order of steps, the pinch points, and the line of fire that only shows up when work starts moving. A new worker can be motivated and trying hard, and still be wrong about where to stand, what order to do things, what tight enough means, or how to lock out, tag out, lift, spot, and communicate. And if nobody slows down and shows them properly, they will still push to perform, keep up, and impress the crew, which is exactly why this gap is so risky. Being shown how is not the same as being told, and it is not the same as handing someone a procedure or pointing them to a module and a quiz. Being shown how means a competent person demonstrates the task the way your organization expects it done, with the controls that matter, and with the why explained in a practical way that makes sense on that side. Then the new worker does it while being observed, gets quick coaching before bad habits set, and you verify they can repeat it under normal conditions, not just once when everyone is watching. This breaks down constantly because work is busy and everyone wants the new person useful right away, which creates training debt that shows up later as incidents, downtime, and turnover. Most failures happen in 4 spots, such as the training handoff is assumed but never assigned, or the orientation gets mistaken for competence, the procedures replace practice, and nobody verifies skill by actually watching the job get done. Here is a simple way to fix the training gap without turning it into a huge program that nobody has time to run. Use a short cycle supervisors can actually repeat. Show, watch, coach, verify. First show. Do the task in the field, at a normal pace, the way you expect it done, with the controls that matter. And while you are doing it, point out the real failure points, the stored energy, the line of fire, the pinch points, the blind spots, the dropped object risk, and the moment where things usually go wrong when people rush. Second, watch. Have the worker do it while you observe. You do not have to hover, but you also cannot disappear, because the small details are usually where the big incidents start. Third, coach. Correct immediately and specifically. Skip vague lines like "be careful" or "pay attention," because those are not instructions. Instead, give a clear action they can repeat, like keep your hands outside this zone, maintain 3 points of contact, confirm 0 energy before you reach in, or stop and reset the barrier before the lift starts. And fourth, verify. Make sure they can do it again, consistently, without reminders, under normal conditions, not just once when everybody is watching. A quick documented field check is enough, and it gives you 2 wins at once, because it is real due diligence, and it is a leading indicator you can track. If you want to keep this manageable, start with a short list of critical tasks. Most workplaces have a small number of jobs that drive most of the serious risk, so focus your show, watch, coach, verify cycle there first. You do not need perfection everywhere, but you do need control where the consequences are highest. If you want OH&S support that improves what new workers actually do in the field, not just what gets signed in orientation, visit calgarysafetyconsultants.ca and reach out. We will help you close the gap when people say, "I thought that's how you do it," by building practical onboarding that includes real demonstrations, supervisor-ready coaching prompts, and simple verification checks that prove competence on critical tasks before shortcuts and bad habits become normal.